Okay. Hello. My name is
Hi.
Perez Kinsel. Welcome. I'm glad that you came to see me. I want to let you know that whatever we discuss here is confidential unless I find that you are a harm to yourself or others, in which case I will have to mandatory report it. But other than that, I need you to feel very safe, very comfortable, because this is just me and you.
Okay.
What brings you in today? What can I do?
Um, well, I'm Brianna, and I just been looking to, I don't know, just looking for some type of direction or help with um, just like some personal issues, and I don't usually like talking about it or talking to people about it, but or I think that I always just like feel like I can like handle it all by myself, and I don't like need any help, or I don't need. I just am like, oh, I'm fine. I don't need help. I can figure it out. I'm like in the field and trying to learn it on my own and stuff. But I just been finding that I might need like an outside perspective, and even though it's hard for me to like spill my whole life story to everybody, I just think that I'm at a point that I need help. I'm just dealing with a lot of things. I have two stepdaughters and they lost their mom like 6 months ago, and they were already living with us full time, but it was like a really traumatic thing for them anyway. And I was just like doing a bunch of research of how to handle that and the right thing to say to them and like the steps to take. And it just turns out that there's no like time frame for grieving and there's no like correct way to really deal with it. But I'm just like, it seems like 6 months later they're having like a harder time now than they were. And I also like found out at that same time that I was pregnant, and so I've been like dealing with the emotions of that too, and like being in school, and I'm like having issues like with my relationship with their dad and my boyfriend, and then I have my own son from like previous relationship, and so it's just been like a lot to like juggle on my own, and I just am like feeling overwhelmed enough to a point that I might need help now. So I thought I would try to reach out to somebody.
I'm very glad that you decided to reach out because it does sound you have an enormous amount of things going on. Um, three kids and one on the way. That's a lot in itself, and I feel like you seem like you have that pretty well contained. I mean, under control. Other than nobody can tell you exactly how you're supposed to do that. So I think just raise them the way your stepdaughters who lost their mom the way you would raise your own children.
Yeah.
I believe that's the best thing is showing them that they have unconditional love. And what I do know about grief is there is no time limit. There is no time period. If you find that they're getting worse, I maybe would suggest some grief counseling. They do some places do offer certain amount of visits allotted by the courts or the district attorney for visits for trauma. That might be something
Okay.
you can look into.
Yeah.
Grief counseling for them, I think, might be very beneficial because sometimes we may not want to say things to people that we know because we don't want to hurt them in any way or whatever. So that might be a good or outlet, rather not out, but outlet for the girls. Um, and yeah, the stress of all of that in the last 6 months seems extremely high. Do you work as well? I mean,
Yeah, I work too. I work full time, or it's kind of like part time, full time ish. But I do work, and I deal with children there too that have like a lot of behavior issues, and so it's like dealing with the girls is helping me with that, but it's also like making it harder for me to focus on like my group of kids at work and really like having enough just like I don't know, just being able to be there for them at the same time as my own kids and having enough in like my heart to go around for everybody and just like kind of doing it all at once with being pregnant is just like a lot. But um I'm hope that we can like talk more about it and I don't know, have some more sessions so we can figure it out together, I guess.
I would really like that. I would like to be able to give you an outlet to open up so you feel safe in your space, and we can find some resources for the girls. If you and your husband, is your husband or your boyfriend?
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend. If you find that you need couples therapy, there's so many things that can help, even if it's just in a situation like this. So confidentiality, just I am unable to tell him what you tell me unless you sign a release for that. So you don't have to worry about being afraid that I'm going to go and talk to him about all the things that we've discussed, because I cannot.
Okay.
Unless you sign a release saying it's okay, but in which case you would have to sign it in front of me. You couldn't call me and tell me. So, and likewise, if he was going to come see me, he would have the same confidentiality and release situation as well.
Okay.
Just tell me about your little one, your baby. When do you do?
I'm due actually in 2 weeks. I'm like, well, I wasn't due until November 8th, but they're inducing me early. So I have like the choice of like having a C-section or like getting induced and having a regular birth, but I had a C-section with my first son, so there's like risks to doing it the regular way, but
There is.
I just been in like a big debate about it and like really like overwhelmed and stressed about which direction to take because I don't really like want to take risks and I'm like terrified of doing it the natural way. But at the same time, I have so much going on that I would rather not like be recovering for 8 weeks like I did last time because I'm in school and I have to like jump right back into that and I'll get to be off work for a few months, but I'll be spending that whole time like recovering if I do the C-section way. So I'm just trying to decide which way to go and which would be best. And most of my family live in Montana, so it's different. It's a different atmosphere this time than it was when I had my first son because I had all my family. I have 6 sisters and 2 brothers and my mom, and they all live in Montana. So when I had my son, I was only a teenager, but like I had a lot of support and a lot of help. And it's just different this time. I don't have all of them. I have my boyfriend and he's supportive, but his family's not like my family, And
Right.
so like just the part about having the baby, like my sisters and my mom were like planning on coming down at like different times to help me in the first like few months. So if I do have a C-section, like I'll have the help at least at the beginning, but it's just like a hard decision to make about which way is which is the right decision to do when I have so much going on.
Yes, that does sound like a very hard decision. I might be able to help you a little on this, because I know that unless you're in a hospital that has done natural birth after C-section, um, they won't do a natural birth. So it sounds like they're giving you the option.
Yeah.
So they are prepared that if you do happen to have your uterus split open and start bleeding out because of this, then you sound like you'll be safe.
Yeah.
I know the downtime is scarier for you, but with school and everything, I do know that they can give you more time.
Yeah.
This is a family thing. They're not really giving you a choice of if you can wait to have this baby. It sounds like to me.
No. I have gestational hypertension, which can turn into preeclampsia.
Yes, it can.
It usually does. So that's why they're requiring me to go in at 37 weeks.
Okay. In this situation, I would reach out to every one of your teachers,
Yeah. Yeah.
your advisor, and tell them that you're gonna need some extra time.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've had one C-section, you know what that's like. They don't always have to be the same.
Yeah.
So, I can impart, which I'm not sure if you want to know, but I've had 2 C-sections, and I found
Mhm.
the second one much easier.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That's good to
because
know.
it was scheduled, it was planned, it wasn't an emergent situation.
Mhm.
And I also feel that it's possible that it would be better for the baby because less
Yeah.
stress.
Mhm.
Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
Oh boy.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. Um, maybe he would feel a little, well, I don't know how he's going to feel because he's a little dude, but um, I think you should ask your doctor what they recommend, and then that
Yeah.
really takes a lot of the pressure off you. And really, you're only technically down 2 weeks. So if you miss 2 weeks of classes,
Yeah.
as long as you can find a way to, I mean, ask them if there's a way that you can be in a Zoom while you're supposed to be in class, opposed to actually going there because this is an emergent situation. It's not a planned situation.
Yeah.
So considering it's emergent, I believe that they have to allow you, well, I guess they don't have to, but they should allow you some extra time. So
Yeah.
that is definitely something I would discuss with your counselors and your teachers about. I wouldn't hesitate to ask them on that at all.
Yeah.
If there's any resources over here in my area that I can offer you, there are people who can come in and clean your house. Of course, I don't know if that's there or here. That's the problem with that. But if your sister and mom are coming, I think that's a great support. I feel comfortable that you have good support. Are you feeling any kind of like the postpartum depression, but beforehand, right now? Are you in depression? Do you feel like
Um,
you're in any danger at all to yourself?
no, I just feel like really overwhelmed. I'm not like, I mean, I remember having that like after Tegan was born, like we really actually feel depressed. But no, I'm just like stressed and overwhelmed right now. But I mean, it kind of comes with it, I guess. Right before you have a baby, you always get like that, nervous and scared and excited, and like I have all the extra stuff going on, and you know,
You do
I'm
have
nervous to leave my job because I really love like the kids that I work with, and we don't have like a program manager right now like we're supposed to there, so like we don't really have like we have bosses, but we're kind of on our own right now. And I've been kind of taking like the leadership role on, even though I've been there the least amount of time out of everybody. And so they're like, oh my gosh, we don't know like what we're gonna do without you. Like how are we gonna get so and so to listen to us? And like you're the only one who has like that mom like persona where you can like pull them back in and get them to like, you know, when they're having behavior problems. And I'm like the main resource for the families. Like they all call my phone and text my phone, like the parents and stuff when they're like needing support or like letting me know their schedules, like for, oh, he's not going to be here this week or she's going to be here this week, or like planning like activities and just all this stuff that I've like kind of taken on, even though it's not really like my job to do it, but it's like been a good experience. But it's also added to the stress of doing everything else at the same time because I'm doing so much work outside of when I'm actually scheduled to work. So I'm like, oh, I don't have time for this. I have so much homework and I have this going on, I have this going on. So I'm hoping that like when I have the baby, at least it's like one less thing that I have to do by being at work, you know, and get to like really just focus on the baby because I didn't get to do that with my first one.
Hmm.
So hopefully I'll get to focus more.
Well, I think that sounds very positive, because you are going to need to spend more time with your little man because he's going to be early.
Yeah.
And is, do you know, have they told you if he's going to be staying in the NICU?
No, they didn't seem concerned about it. Like my
Wonderful.
doctor was pretty much saying that like 37 weeks is a pretty average time for people that have C-sections or to be induced. I mean, he'll be a little smaller, but right now he's growing normal. So by then he'll be like at least 5 pounds.
That's wonderful.
hopefully a little bit more. And yeah, they didn't seem like they were too worried about it. So I don't know. So hopefully not.
Well,
But
I'm gonna offer my ear anytime you need it. You're always welcome to come in and see me. You make an appointment anytime you need. If you need resources such as things for the baby or anything like that, we can look around and find some resources for that. I know there has to be plenty of resources there
yeah.
for that. And one thing I really want to stress is self-care right now. Remember that you can't be as good of you for your family if you're not taking care of yourself. So remember that, because you are the pillar, you are the strength. And
Yeah.
if you are falling behind on that, then you're going to feel even worse, because you're not going to feel like well, I'm not trying to tell you how you feel either. um, I'm just giving suggestions on
Yeah.
just make sure that you are taking care of yourself, because you have to have you to take care of all the rest of your little ones. And that's
Yeah.
an awful lot of little ones. And plus, getting those 2 girls so quickly like that, that you're a strong lady. Definitely a strong lady. And I know that I know just in the small amount of time I've talked to you today, that you have a very strong background. You have a supportive family. These are all very necessary things. And I think that without, you come work with me, we'll get this talked out. We'll hopefully help you alleviate some of that stress, find some resources for your girls, even some resources for your older son, because
Mhm.
he may be feeling quite left out, because it used to just be y'all. That might
Yeah.
be, if he's acting out or whatever, but you didn't say he was, so I assume he's doing okay. There
Yeah, he
are
is.
so many resources that people don't know about, that we can find a way to utilize.
Okay.
And I want to be one of those sources for you.
Well, thank you. You were like making me feel better about the situation.
Good.
We'll definitely meet up again and talk more.
Okay. This was a great meeting, and please keep me informed on the baby.
Okay. Yeah.
Then we'll know when the resources are more needed and everything like that. And other than that, please call me anytime. Um, you have my email as well. Keep in mind, I'm not always in the office, so I may not always answer, but
Yeah.
I will try and keep, finding, I'll try and do whatever I can to help you through this time, because it sounds to me like you need just a little bit more help, even though you are a strong lady.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything else you needed to talk about today, or?
No, that's pretty much it for now.
Well, that was a lot. So
Yeah.
give yourself a pat on the back.
Dug in anyway. Yeah.
You're doing pretty darn good, considering.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So, all right. Well, stay on here after I push.
Yeah, I was gonna say stop recording, but
Okay. Well, thank you, and it was a pleasure to meet you. And we'll make an appointment to talk soon. Okay.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you.